I remember in the early 1980s, I would watch Herbert W. Armstrong's program. I think it was The World Tomorrow on TV. And I subscribed to his magazine, The Plain Truth. At the time, I believed that it was the truth. But then I found out that they believe that hell is the grave. I also have an experience with the Mormon Church. In 1998, September, I took Amtrak to San Francisco and stopped for a 24-hour stay in Salt Lake City. I was impressed. A beautiful, clean city surrounded by mountains. I strolled around Temple Square, seen the beautiful Salt Lake City Temple, went inside the building that looks like an egg, where the Mormon Tabernacle Choir performs. This young lady gave me a guided tour. There were also Christians with loudspeakers picketing. One gentleman told me that Joseph Smith died in a shootout while holding his pistol. Obviously, his murder was a dastardly deed. I also saw this hotel that was renamed the Joseph Smith Memorial. My experience, let me go back to the LDS faith. Soon, when I returned to New York, I went into the Mission Building, the church in the Bronx by Grand Concourse, and we talked with the representatives there, and I started a study, a presentation of the LDS faith. We met and we discussed in the Mormon missionaries' apartment in this building. One was a tall fellow, I forget his name. The other was a person from Korean descent. I think he was adopted. And the car read Smith. we studied, but I didn't really believe it. Then my experience with Jehovah's Witnesses was in Greece. I had a 2 year Bible study with this gentleman called Charlie Schaefer, who passed away in 2013. Charlie was an old-time Jehovah's Witness who knew Rutherford, Noor, and Fred Franz. I also attended the meetings, but I never was baptized and I dropped out. Then in 1996 I went to New York. I visited the Watchtower headquarters, who then was located in Brooklyn, across from the downtown financial center, Wall Street of Manhattan. And this worker in the Watchtower gave me a guided tour, a 2 hour guided tour of the printing facilities, the factories, and I must admit, I was impressed. I also attended a meeting in this congregation in the Bronx. My, ex- my experience with the Seventh day Adventist Church was that in Manhattan, I went into this health food store that sold vegetarian products. I also went to this Pentecostal church uh, who spoke. The gentleman that spoke was Brock, I think Steve Brock, an associate of Benny Hinn. Thank you.